So the Yankees are finally going to be pivoting and kind of taking a new route to get back into the Latin American market with success and the Asian market with success. It's about freaking time. So let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week. Happy Hump Day. So we know Mario Garza is the new guy at the top for the Yankees International Scouting Development and Player Development Division, right? And is a much needed breath of fresh air there. They moved on from Danny Rowland, who they were having not a lot of success with in the international front. And there was some different stories, and I don't know if it's conspiracy theories or whatever. So they moved on from him, and they wanted to go in a different direction, right? And good, right? Really, really good. And again, this is a really helpful area, an area that the Yankees have spent a lot of resources in, and with not a lot of success. They haven't really hit on many international players. So it's good to see them kind of taking a different direction. Okay. And the Yankees have brought in somebody who worked with the Cardinals for 18 years. And they're bringing him in for a new position, a newly created position. What's it called? The Global Player Acquisition Supervisor. It's a new position that's going to work closely with Mario Garza, and not only the Latin American market, but the Asian market. And now they have somebody who they haven't really had that's on the inside that can, they're looking to expand their global footprint. Now, obviously, in Latin America, they get a lot of young players, and these 15-year-old players. And it's good to see them signing some international catchers and guys that were even a couple years older recently as well. And they don't really have many catchers at all in the top. Well, they have none in the top 30. So it's good to see them signing a couple catchers international over the last couple of weeks. And I expect them to sign some more. And I expect them to draft a couple in the next couple months as well when the draft happens. So, but a little bit more into this position, right? His name's Matt Slater. And like I said, he worked with the St. Louis Cardinals for 18 years. He's going to work very closely with Mario Garza here. And they're going to try to really, really enhance the entire department in Latin America and Asian America. They're going to try to get into new markets that they have not had a footprint in before, which is a good thing as well. And I know there's a lot of frustration with Yankee fans, and myself included too, that the Yankees have not brought in more frontline international players, right? Contributing players at the major league level from either Asia. In Latin America, there are some players here that contribute that I like. So, but they haven't really gotten anybody since Masahiro Tanaka and Hideki Matsui. Those are the two mainstays for the Yankees, the two best Japanese players. You got Hiroki Kuroda too, and he was great with the Yankees as well. So they've had a couple, but there's a lot more coming out. And the Dodgers kind of owning the market right now in the Japanese NPB front, right? So, and the Yankees got to figure out a way to get more competitive there and maybe go head-to-head, toe-to-toe, maybe beat the Dodgers for a certain player, right? And which is a good thing too. So I don't know if you've heard about this. This is kind of a relatively new thing. That's why I'm talking about it. And it's encouraging to see because, there's only so much the Yankees do in the free agent front and the trade front, right? And there's got to be other avenues to increase the footprint. And obviously, if they want to grow the franchise as well, they want to have a more global, acknowledgement or footprint everywhere. So clearly, want to keep getting in Latin America. They want to get in. They want to get in Asia again. They've gotten in Europe recently. They signed a Hungarian catcher last week, 17-year-old catcher, which is kind of cool. And then they signed a pitcher, I think, from Finland early this offseason too, internationally. So they're kind of going to the European footprint, and I don't know many European players in Major League Baseball. So, but again, this is where I think the Yankees can maybe make an impact. It might take a little while, but again, and it's going to take a little while anyway, especially with Latin American players, because most of the guys that they sign are 15 or 16 years old. And it's going to take them 5 or 6 years at best to get to the major leagues. In some cases, they'll get there quicker, but not many. So, this is why I'm encouraged to see them signing more catchers and even more pitchers and corner and outfielders. And hopefully they'll get some more corner infielders as well, because the path to the majors at catcher and corner infield, in some cases outfield, are a little bit quicker or less blocked than they are in shortstop. So it provides more opportunities from the Yankees, not only get to the major leagues, but to provide depth at every level of the farm. Okay, and there's obviously talks right now about merging, drafts, become an international draft, and so on and so forth. We'll get some more intel on that as well. So I talked about it briefly, but once we get more intel, I'll definitely get some to you. So if you're first time here, welcome to the channel. But obviously, if you enjoy the content enough to come back, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you do subscribe, just turn on your notifications. That way you'll know exactly when I go live. You'll know exactly when news comes out, because you'll be notified. And I greatly appreciate that. I thank you so much for it. It really is a blessing. We're going to try to get this channel to 25,000 subs this year. So we're just knocking on the door of 23, and I know we can get there. So your support definitely is very helpful, and it means the world. But here, topic of the day, Yankees are taking a little bit of a different route in the international market. And again, this is a necessary acknowledgement that what they had been doing, not really working. They have a Japanese minority owner, but what have they done? Can't rely just on having a Japanese minority owner that the Yankees are going to get all Japanese players. We need to have somebody on the inside, and they plan on making more trips to Asia as well. It's one of the things that Mr. Garza has acknowledged as well. And I want to make sure I give you all my notes here that I took. So, but this is a brand new role created for the Yankees. It was a similar role, the Cardinals, but I don't know if it was named the same. But again, it's the Global Player Acquisition Supervisor. This is the role that Matt Slater is going to play underneath Mario Garza. And they're going to work very closely to try to get the Yankees more exposure in both of these markets, especially on the inside, behind the scenes, right? Where things actually happen, right? It's not only bludgeoning the resources, pumping resources, you just flexing the financial muscle. It's also flexing the networking capabilities, right? And player right down to the ground level, and speaking to the people, and making different types of connections. That's what the Yankees are doing. I'm glad to see they're doing it, because I haven't seen them do much of something like this in a long time. I can't remember the last time they've done this, right? Now somebody that's on the inside that could potentially get them better opportunities and maybe get some players here that we haven't had in a long time, right? Again, you guys let me know what your thoughts are. Obviously, if any other moves comes out in the Yankees front, you'll get it, right? I give you players to look out for pretty much every day. Spring training, who's standing out, and any other cuts that happen, you'll be notified of all that stuff. But right now, this is what the Yankees are kind of doing. And shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to NFE from Strike Zone as well, getting this information over to me as well, making me look at and do a little bit of a deeper dive into it. Appreciate you guys. So this is it right here. So keep an eye on this too, folks. I'll definitely keep you in the loop. If we get some more information, I'll definitely keep you abreast of it. But in the meantime, let's go Yankees. Baseball's back, baby. Yeah.